Number 6.
Stafford is 6. Stafford, look, he won the game last night. They won the game last night. Congratulations to them. He only contributed a little, right? Like, if you could win a game, look, it's like Garoppolo in the NFC Championship game a few years ago. They won the game, and Stafford did more than that. He did more than Mac Jones did in that win in Buffalo this year when he threw 3 passes.
I mean, if they were going to do that, though, they should have just kept Jared Goff.
Yeah, they would have won that game with Jared Goff.
Exactly.
This game is what they got Stafford for. Because I know that Tampa's offense is beat up, but you're not going to beat Brady. Brady's not going to score 11 points. They're going to score more than 11 points. This is when Matthew Stafford will face the test. And do I have great confidence in him? No, I don't. I mean, I'd like to see it for him. I like Matt. I think he's a good guy, and I think he's a good player. I've been saying all along, this year was the year we were going to find out. He was one of 2 things. He was a good player who wasn't good enough to elevate the Lions, or he was a great player and the Lions were unelevatable. I still don't think we know the answer to that. This weekend, we're going to go a long way towards finding it out.
That team around him, as we saw yesterday, is stacked.
Loaded.
Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, the number 1 offensive line, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham. To me, there is no excuse for him to lose the game on Sunday against Tampa.
Tyler Higbee, they got the running back back.
They're so stacked.
They are stacked. There's no question about it. Greeny with you on ESPN Radio as we're counting down my confidence picks, 8 through 1 of the quarterbacks going this weekend. This is when it got hard. Those 3 were easy to put behind the other 5 for me. This is when it got hard. This is when I had to start taking into account matchups, home versus road, and other things. And so here's the order that I decided to go with.
Number 5.
I'm putting Joe Burrow at 5. Now, I think a lot of people are going to be mad at me because the world loves Burrow now, and I'm with the world. Joe Burrow is the goods. He's so gutsy. He's just got... What's the expression? Onions? You know, I mean, he's got onions. He's got onions. You can't not love him. He's got moxie, swag, whatever, chutzpah, whatever term you want to use for it. I love him. And he's got great talent.
How do you spell that?
And he's got, it starts with a CH. That's how we, the Jews, like to pronounce
I don't have that.
We pronounce that
in my arsenal.
No, you don't need it either. But here's the point. Joe Burrow has it. And he's got unbelievable talent. Jamar Chase is so ridiculously good. I love Burrow, but this is a tough game. He's going on the road. He's got playing against a Tennessee team that has had the week of rest. It's just an eyelash between him and everybody else. When you see who's going right ahead of him, you'll know that it is not an insult to say he's 5th on this list out of 8.
Number 4.
Because 4 is Patrick Mahomes. And look, Patrick Mahomes is one of the great players of all time. I love him. I mean, a year ago at the Super Bowl, we were asking, is he already the greatest quarterback that ever lived? He isn't that yet. And he, to me, he has not been great this year. He has not. He's had a few great games that have elevated his numbers, including this past weekend against a completely overmatched Steeler team. He had those 2 monster games against the Raiders, who, if you listen to any of our analysts, tell you play a defense that is the worst defense you can possibly play against Kansas City, but stubbornly do it anyway. He had a few monster games that mask the fact that he did not have a great year. And oh, by the way, he's playing a great defense. Buffalo's defense is great. How good is Buffalo's defense?
Buffalo's pass defense is better than any in the last 10 years. They allow fewer than 6 yards per pass attempt. That's unheard of. That's the best mark since the Jets in 2009. That's the Darrelle Revis, Rex Ryan defense. That's how good they are.
So I have Mahomes at 4. Once again, the green list of the most confidence I have in the quarterbacks this weekend. To give you some indication of just how brutally tough this weekend is. Next.
Number 3.
Is Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is the best player in the National Football League. He's definitely the best quarterback in the National Football League. And he's home and he's rested. But this is a bad matchup. If San Francisco, if you told me for sure that Fred Warner and Nick Bosa were going to be healthy enough to play, I mean, Jeff Saturday said on our TV show today, there's a difference between playing and playing. Kyle Shanahan says they're going to play, but it's one thing for them to play. It's another thing for them to be healthy and well. San Francisco has had Rodgers' number. They've played each other in the playoffs 3 times. The Niners have won all 3 of those games. Their defense is rough and rugged and good, and their pass rush is spectacular. And I just think that they're going to play a big game. Rodgers is the best of the – if you're just taking best, I would put Rodgers number 1. But how confident I am they're going to play really well this weekend, As much as it pained me to do it, I'm putting him third.
Number 2.
Josh Allen is second. Josh Allen is on a roll. And I said yesterday, however good I thought Josh Allen was, I was wrong. He's better. Josh Allen's performance Saturday night is one of the genuinely great playoff performances that you'll ever see. He is that whole team. Devin Singletary is the closest thing they have to a running game, except for the quarterback. 3rd and 3, it's his job to get it, with his arm or with his legs, and he does it. And he did it. Don't tell me that it's easy to beat New England. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that was easy. That defense, that coach, I don't want to hear that was easy. That was not about New England being a paper tiger. That was about Josh Allen being that good. That good. So I put him at number 2, ahead of Rodgers and ahead of Mahomes. But I couldn't put him ahead
Number 1.
of Tom Brady. I just couldn't do it because I am less confident that Brady's team is going to win. I am less confident that his offensive line is going to hold up against the Rams. I am nowhere near number 1 confident in Tampa. But I am number 1 confident that if they don't win, it will not be because of Brady. I am thoroughly confident that Brady will play great. His team has dropped like flies around him, and all he has done is continue to play great and find ways to do it. And whether it's Gronk or whether it's Scotty Miller or whether it's whoever, Cameron Brate, whoever the hell it is he needs to find, he does it. So I'm not that confident that Tampa wins the game this weekend, but I am that confident that Tom Brady will play well enough. If they lose this weekend, and I think they might, it will not be because of Brady. That's my confidence list, 8 through 1, and it was a tough one to put together. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.